In this video, I'll be breaking down the entire history between X and Kodak Black. Let's go. So where does it all begin? We know that Kodak Black and X are both Florida rappers. X coming from Plantation, Florida. Kodak coming from Pompano Beach, Florida. Kodak is 1 year older than X. But the whole history begins on May 3rd, 2014, when X tweeted Kodak Black, X shoulda woulda. At this time, Kodak Black and X were not fully engaged with each other. Now on March 2nd, 2015, X said free Kodak Black out. Here he's playing a word on free Kodak, as Kodak's full rap name is Kodak Black. So putting free Kodak Black out, he's saying that Kodak Black should be out soon, and he's praying for such. Now on March 8th, 2015, again, he puts his praise into Kodak, saying free little Kodak with an exclamation mark. 2 weeks later, on March 25th, 2015, X said, your grandma listened to Kodak Black on her way to work. Now I don't know if this be on some type of diss thing, or if you're actually bringing Kodak up from someone, but to see X still talking about Kodak Black in 2015 is interesting. This is 2 years before they would even collab with each other, so to see this right here, that X is shedding this towards Kodak, is kind of interesting. It's kind of cool to see an up-and-coming rapper bring up another up-and-coming rapper. This positivity you're already shedding in some type of light, that you're gonna show that you actually respect someone before they made it to the top. It's easy to praise someone when they're at the top, but on that come up to continue to bring someone into your name, that's when the difficult part comes. Now, a day after, on March 26, 2015, X said, I want Kodak to make it out of the hood, shaking my head. Now here again, X is praying for Kodak to make it out, same way he's probably praying for himself to make it out, but to show that positivity towards someone, as I mentioned, shows a lot of yourself and shows how you really respect the world. Now on March 12, 2016, a Twitter user asked X, who's your favorite mainstream artist? Where X said Kodak, I'll forever respect him. At this point, Kodak was finally gaining some momentum in his career, and X viewed him as a mainstream artist. Now, a month later, X again posted free Kodak, as Kodak was indicted on a second-degree felony, but that would all work out for him. Now, on June 29, 2016, X said, I listen to Kodak too, homie. Here X again is bringing Kodak into his words and saying that he respects the artist and looks up to the artist highly. Now, on April 27, 2017, Kodak Black was indicted by grand jury in South Carolina and was scheduled to go to trial on a first-degree criminal sexual conduct. Here's X talking about the trial and his overall views on the trial and why it's rigged against him even to win in any sense. I'll let you hear it all from X.
I'm not even gonna lie, I'm real fucked up about this Kodak situation. Especially since the fact that we know this nigga's not guilty and that he really didn't touch this bitch. Like, how you go to trial and they show a fucking video of this bitch grabbing your dick and you not assaulting her and they say you violated probation, that you committed. I want to say this one more time. The Broward County judicial system is corrupt and set up. And bro, just look at the previous arrests. Like, look at all the previous arrests.
As you can see, X was trying to help Kodak, but it's hard to help in this situation as he also knows the internal criminal system. So to overall help him, there's not much that he can do, but he's just talking to the fans and showing the different guidelines in between them.
This is a situation. So obviously everybody knows about the current Kodak arrest. This is not at all in any shape or form about Kodak. So I want everybody to just listen briefly to what I'm saying. The judicial system in Broward County works a certain way. Broward County gets paid to prosecute people. Therefore, in the Broward County jail system, you're not getting paid for the conviction. Well, you can get paid, but you're not necessarily getting paid to win trial. You're getting paid to start a case and follow up with the case. So it doesn't matter at all if you basically win trial. So that's why often in situations they'll have people sit for like 6 months and basically like have them take a plea and not go to trial. No prosecutor ever really wants to go to trial, because if there's even slightest chance of them losing, they lose that case altogether. And if you lose that case, you can be sued for even proceeding with the case.
Everything would work out though, as in June 2017, X posted this on his Snapchat story, saying Kodak Black XXX, saying that Kodak Black and X have a song coming out now. Now it's getting interesting. Now there was speculation on what exactly the song would be, and we know that on August 25th, 2017, 17 would drop. And X posted some screenshots where some fans zoomed in and they were able to see all the tracks before they even dropped. So the tracks that they saw were Jocelyn Flores, Depression, Obsession, Revenge, Save Me, and a bunch of other ones that were on the album. But then there were 3 bonus songs: The Interlude That Never Ends, which has dropped, The Boy with the Black Eyes, which also has dropped, and No Loyalty featuring Kodak Black. Now this song has not dropped, but we do know on August 18, 2017, Roll in Peace featuring X and Kodak Black dropped. And on this song, they do say the word no loyalty in this line right here. There ain't no loyalty, you lied to me, you said that you gon' ride for me. So we can assume that the song No Loyalty turned into Roll in Peace, and instead of being that melodic vibe that was on 17, it got put on Kodak Black's album where it fit the overall theme of the album. Now time would go on, and in December 2017, X and Kodak Black both performed at Rolling Loud. As you can see on this poster right here, December 16th to 17, Kodak Black would be performing on Saturday, and XXXTentacion would be performing on Sunday. Now in January 2018, X would FaceTime Kodak and would talk to Kodak and try to break him down on why he has to evolve himself and why he has to grow as a person and what that growth will actually look like for him and how it will help him get to his next stage in life and stay out of trouble. Just in a sense, looking at your consciousness and being aware throughout your life, throughout your actions, the way that you think and the things that you say. Check it out in this clip right here.
Just like you already know what it is, bro. You got a demon running around you, fam. And then, bro, it's not funny, fam, because a nigga wants you to be safe, fam.
Yeah.
You in control of what's going on around you, bro. It hurts, fam. It hurts. Just please, just be conscious, fam. It be the animal.
Now we do know that X is looking out for Kodak, as I just showed in this video. But unfortunately, Kodak did go to jail on January 18th, 2018, and he would not be out until August 18th, 2018. Why does this matter? Well, between these two time frames, X would die. X would get shot and he would pass on to the next life. And here's when Kodak comes back into the story. One of the people that orchestrated the X murder was Dedrick WIlliams, also known as Kodak's tattoo artist. Here I have two Instagram posts from Dedrick WIlliams where you can see Kodak liked both of the posts. One dated February 24, 2017, and the other one dated April 28, 2016. So Kodak has known Dedrick WIlliams and he has been friends with him in some sense as it is his tattoo artist. I know we're not all buddies with our tattoo artists, but he still knows who Dedrick WIlliams is, and for Dedrick WIlliams to kill X and Kodak Black to be associated with Dedrick WIlliams and X puts him in the spotlight. Kodak Black allegedly was going to get questioned regarding XXXTentacion, as he didn't know the man who orchestrated the murder. Now Kodak Black and Dedrick WIlliams were both incarcerated around the same time, and Dedrick Williams' lawyers wanted to get a phone call between Kodak Black and Dedrick WIlliams, where allegedly it is revealed that Dedrick WIlliams is not involved in the murder. Like a more buddy-buddy conversation where they talk, and Dedrick says, "I was actually working for this guy right here." And they wanted to use this as evidence, but unfortunately they were unable to get their hands on this. But Kodak being involved with Dedrick Williams doesn't mean that he supported what Dedrick did, as there's a clip online where he talks about how Dedrick could have just asked him for money. If he really wanted money, if he really wanted 50 bands, $50,000, why not text him and be like, "Hey yo, Kodak, I need $50,000. I don't want to throw my life away." Instead of going and killing someone, just go ask someone for it. That's what Kodak says in this situation. I know it's difficult to do that. I know it's difficult to reach out for money like that, like the grand scale of $50,000. But why not try before going to commit that murder? Here's the clip right here for the proof. Check it out. Let me know what you think.
50 grand, 50,000, bro. Fuck niggas could have asked me for that. Like, I'm saying, you could have asked, bro. You could have asked me for that. Or you could have asked X. And said, you could have asked fam for that shit. Like, man, yo, bro, I need 50, man. Tell ya, I need 50 bands, bro. Since he love Bravo so much, tell Kodak I need 50 bands, or I'm about to throw my life away. I'm about to throw my life away. I'm about to throw my life away. I need $50,000, or I'm gonna throw my life away.
Clearly Kodak wants the best for his guys, and he thinks it's quite foolish for them to put themselves in those situations. I think it's foolish as well to really put yourself in that situation where there's alternate routes to get to that paper, but you're gonna look at it from one way only. It just doesn't make sense to me. Now in December 2018, Kodak did get on an interview where he talked about X and talked about how he heard about X's murder, and you can hear it in this clip right here.
I wasn't laughing, but at the same time, I was recording what he was saying, because he was like, man, he was hollering at me like right before I went in January. It was like, oh, you got like demons around you, and stuff like that. So he was just like talking to me and stuff. We were talking to each other. Like, he was just lacing me like about homeboys, just about how I need to move and stuff like that. You feel me? Yeah, it was. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, where he going at with this?
Right.
Like even though I be knowing, it's like, damn, where you going at? Like, you feel me? Like, what you trying to say?
Right.
And shit like that. So and stuff like that. So I was recording it. I was recording and stuff.
He also talks about how he got on the phone call with X that I played previously before, and you can listen to that right here.
Like he really like gave me my respect, because at first he was trying to holler at me like, yeah, man, I just want to holler at you like whenever you got time and stuff. So I finally got on the phone with him and we chopped it up. I was like, that's real.
So clearly there was some back and forth between the two and some backlash, but they figured it out and they got it all worked out, as we saw them become friends later in X's life. Now also in December 2018, Kodak dropped the song Malcolm XXX. And on this song, he talks about X a tiny bit. In these lyrics right here, X was trying to buy a bike and he got gunned down. X was trying to change his life, but he got burned down. X was riding window pipes, so he got gunned down. Listen, do as I say, don't do as I do. 9 out of 10, it ain't gonna end up looking good for you. Here he's talking about the situation with X, and I also believe he's talking about Dedrick WIlliams in the last few lines, saying do as I say, don't do as I do. 9 out of 10, it ain't gonna end up looking good for you. Talking that he's put himself in a situation where his future doesn't look too bright now. Now he's looking in prison, he's looking at life sentences instead of looking at a life of freedom and a life running around the world. Now for the next 3 years, Kodak Black wouldn't really say much about X until 2021, where he posted the song Falling Over, where this is a song with a tribute towards X, where he mentions Just Say and mentions Enfroy and mentions that he needs an angel in his life to help him through everything. This song is extremely emotional, very melodic, and a very slow vibe, different from the other Kodak songs that we have heard, but it's still a great song. Now in February of this year, Kodak Black was freed from jail, and I do wish the best for him. I do wish that he figures everything out in his life and goes on a path of evolution and goes on a path of growth. I know he's a good guy, I know he's a smart guy, I know he has it all in the bag and he can figure it out if he really wants to. Kodak, I'm wishing the best for you always, brother. You've been an inspiration to all of us out here, me, my supporters, and everyone around me. Keep doing you, keep progressing, and you got this. Now, what can we learn from all this situation? What we can learn is everything's deeper than the surface. People over time can grow together, people can grow apart, and the closest to you may be switching up on you in some type. Always keep an eye out around you, always look both ways before crossing the road. It's not talking about roads there. And just be you guys. If you're interested into Billie Eilish and X and everything that happened around them, I made a full video on it where I outlined in a pretty easy and understandable fashion. And you can watch it in this video right here. I hope you enjoy it, I hope you check it out, and I love you. Take care.